Hey everybody, this is RaikouRider, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy. Today we're going to begin Chapter 6, the Sea Shrine. I've taken the liberty of healing my party, running around. I got a little bit of gold that I didn't have at the end of the previous update because I was just a little short. This town is Lefine, and this is the final town in the game. If you try to go here, you can't understand a word that the people there say because they speak a completely different language. This town is Gaia, probably the most important town in the game after you get the airship, just because of the things that are sold there. And this is going to be how you get to the other town in the game that we're interested in, Onrak. There are a couple locations around here that we could go to, but the game doesn't explicitly tell us to. So for now, let's head to Gaia and, well, figure out where we're supposed to go next. The game kind of gets a little bit open-ended after you get the airship, which is nice. I like that. You can do the next few events in any order you want. Yeah. The town of Gaia is completely surrounded by mountains, so the only way to get here is to come here with an airship. Like I was saying, the town of Lefine speaks a language that has been lost to the rest of the world. And if you come here before going to the Castle of Ordeals, you'll get a couple more clues as to what you're supposed to do, but the dragons basically tell you where you're supposed to go. Remember that for later. I'm not going to be doing this in the next episode, but I'll get to it soon enough. Ah, only a fairy can draw Oxyale. Huh. I don't believe that translation was changed in future versions of the game. Ah! So there is a professor that can teach us Lefinish. We just need to figure out who he is. Pirates. Of course a pirate would bottle the ferry. So at least we know that the ferry is in a caravan in some desert in the world. That doesn't help us that much. The item shop doesn't sell anything particularly interesting. And if you're going to go anywhere to buy heal potions, you should go to Corneria, because they have heal potions at the top of the list. Now, if you have a black wizard like I do, you'll want to buy the CatClaw, because that's, I believe, his ultimate weapon. More important than this, though, is the armor shop. Do I have space for this? Looks like I do. In addition to buying a gold bracelet for your other mage, it's a little expensive, but it's worth it. The most important piece of... Dare I say it, the most important piece of defensive equipment in the game is sold here, the Protect Ring. You will want to buy one of these for each of your characters. The Protect Ring deflects the RUB spell, or any other instant death spell in the game. Many of the enemies that you will encounter in the next two areas use the RUB spell, and the results can be devastating. The level 7 magic shops in this town sell pretty valuable spells, but unfortunately the two spells here can only be learned by white wizards. The Cure 4 spell will restore all of one party member's HP, and the Harm 4 spell deals 100 to 400 damage to all undead. The only spell at level 7 worth getting for the Black Wizard is Ice 3. Break is just another instant death spell, and a lot of enemies are immune to it. It's got pretty high accuracy, but the enemies that you want to kill are immune to it. There's also a level 8 magic shop here, but the level 8 magic isn't useful until the very end of the game, because you have to be at least level 24 or 25 before you even start getting spell charges for your level 8 spells. Fade is the holy spell. All these spells are White Wizard only. Fade is just holy, like I said before. I'm not really impressed with it in this game. Wall puts all of the null spells. It's all the null spells rolled into one, but only for one party member, so I don't like it. And Transfer, I believe, is Dispel, but I don't think it works properly in this version of the game. And the level 8 Black Magic is all a bunch of instant death spells that I really don't care for. Now, one thing you may notice is that there are only 3 level 8 Black Magics in that shop. Well, there's another magic shop somewhere else in the world. As a matter of fact, Onrak has a level 7 spell shop, and Lafine has the level 8 spell shop, but I'm going to go there when it's pertinent to the plot. For now, I'm just going to head to Onrak. That field I parked in is the closest place. Now, you may think to park by the caravan, or the desert, over there. Sorry. But it's actually, I believe, just 2 steps longer to park over there. The item shop in Onrak is the only other item shop in the world that sells soft potions, but I just find it more convenient to go to Elfland if you want to buy soft potions, because that item shop also has heal potions on top of the list, so it's basically a one-stop shop for all your item needs. And the town of Onrak features mermaids! So, yeah, in this town you get more clues as to what's up with the caravan, the Oxyale, and a bunch of nonsense like that. So, sounds like the mermaids got trapped with the sea shrine when it shrunk, or when it sunk rather. I can't speak today. Huh. Keep an eye out for this Cope individual. I definitely can't speak today. Something is wrong with me. Come on, get out of my way. Thank you. Right. Okay, so the caravan is near an oasis in the desert to the west of town. That's pretty good information to know, so now we know exactly where the caravan is. Awesome! A cryptic stone plate. Remember that for later. That's going to be pertinent. Dr. Un is the man who studied Lafinish. Remember him from Melmond? You'll want to keep an eye out for an item called the Slab, and once you have that item, you'll need to go back to Melmond and take that to Dr. Un, and he can teach you the language. If you come to Onrak before the class change, that dragon will basically tease you and tell you that you need to go prove your courage. Oh, here's Cope. He's in the same town for once. Remember that for later. There is actually a whole cave behind the waterfall north of town. And we need Oxyale to go down to save the mermaids. So I think we have more than enough clues to figure out where we're supposed to go next. We learned in Gaia that... No. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot something. I need to go back and... go in the magic shops, even though the spells are useless and I'm not going to buy any of them. Red Wizards can learn the anti-rub spell, but it is completely worthless because of the protect rings. And your Red Wizard is going to be using Ice 3 for level 7 spell charges. Heal 3 is absolutely not worth it because 99% of the time you're better off saving for Cure 4. The black magic spells are equally worthless here. Saber is bugged, but in future versions of the game, you'll find an item in a later dungeon that casts Saber when used as an item, and it absolutely is mandatory for all of the remaining all the super bosses in the game, like Omega. The blind spell will guaranteed blind an enemy that has 300 or less HP. And I'm not really a fan of any of those spells. The other level 8 spells are in Lethene, and we'll get there when we go to Lethene. Now, you could park your airship here and journey north across the desert to get to the caravan, but let me show you something silly. You can land your airship on the caravan. An interesting note, if you come here, you can, in this version of the game only, you can actually purchase the bottle multiple times if you have enough gold, but it doesn't do anything. In later versions of the game, the caravan simply disappears after you purchase the bottle. Alright. I love having the airship because I hardly have to edit any backtracking out because the airship is so fast. Well, now that we have the bottle, we can go back to Gaia and release the faerie. By the way, you don't have to be in Gaia or any specific place to use the bottle. If you use you can even use the bottle right where the desert is, and the faerie will come out of the bottle and fly all the way to Gaia. And there's our faerie. Appears right in this pond, and she will give us the Oxyale that we need to save the mermaids. We're gonna head back to Onrak after I purchase the exit spell from Crescent Lake. So next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy, we're gonna save the mermaids.